have this very colorful, very wild jacket. It's kind of a jean jacket, but made with different material. And then I have this material, and I have these old ski pants. And I'm going to make something pretty and creative with it. So join me and let's see what I come up with. You know how it is when you have so much beautiful fabric and you go through it and you find all kinds of possibilities. So I'm going to use this one, but instead of using that bright fuchsia one, I have found this instead, which is really pretty. There's a lot of sparkly stuff in it. And I'm going to make a smaller heart that goes on top of that. And along with that fabric was a skirt, and it had this beautiful bottom on it. And so I think I am going to put that at the bottom. And then I found this, and I think I'm going to make a tiny little heart that goes right in the center. And this is a very iridescent, very shimmery pink fabric. And last but not least, I made these little hearts out of a previous project where I'd cut up the t-shirt and had some leftovers. And instead of just throwing it away, it's heat bonded. Instead of throwing it away, I cut it up into little hearts. And now I'm going to use them in this project. Okay, the iron is hot. This has been heat bonded. And I'm ready to iron this one down. Just going to make sure I get it right. Okay, I've lined it up, and it's about 1 inch from that top there, and it's also right about 1 inch from each side, so that's centered. Okay, I'm going to plop that in the middle. Oh crap, I always do that. I always forget. Well, not always, but I sure forget a lot. You want to protect that fabric. So my iron is at a medium right before you hit the steam. You don't want any steam in this. Although some people swear by steam. They think it's, they say it works better. I actually don't know. I have not tried the steam. This is working great for me, using it dry heat. So if it ain't broke, as they say, then don't fix it. Okay, and we'll let that cool off. I think that part, wait, let me just redo that a little bit. I can tell that's not stuck down all the way. And if that side's not completely stuck down, let me just check and make sure. Oh, that side's not all the way stuck down either. So make sure you always go back and check your sides. Just make sure that those edges are completely glued down. This is the backing that came off of this, and I've cut it down to size to fit right over this. And this will make a perfect template. So I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to create a heart shape, and that will be for this one. I've cut out the shape, and I think it looks the right size, and I think it's a very cute looking heart. And so I've taken this and folded it in half, and now I'm just going to make a template, or I'm going to take the template and I'm going to trace around it. There, I've cut out the heart, and I just love that pattern. And I'm noticing it's kind of getting lost up here, so I might do something there to try and bring that out more. I'm not sure. But also, these were the sides that were left over, and I will save these and maybe make little hearts on them for the front sides. I have peeled the backing off of the heart, and I've laid it down, and I measured it to make sure that it was centered. And then I also measured the sides to make sure it was centered up here. And what's really nice is that once you take off the backing from the HeatnBond, this becomes kind of hard to move around. So once you lay it down, it's not going to slide or anything. And that makes measuring it and getting it centered much easier. And now I also have another template that I can use in future stuff from this. Waste not, want not. Well, this is interesting. Look at this. Kind of like a tire mark. This little section wasn't completely glued down, so I put the iron on it for a little bit more, and it created this mark where the seam is. And I'm not sure why it did that. I find that very interesting. But, oh well, it's art and it's going to have flaws. Can you tell I'm an artist? And can you tell I'm also not a perfectionist? I am going to glue this beautiful ruffle right down here. I'm going to leave a little bit hanging over the edge so I can fold this under once it's done. And for this, I'm going to use the E6000 because this is the heavy duty one that seems to hold everything in place, like no matter what it is. I'm just going to run a big line across the bottom there. And if you've watched my other videos, you know that I'm not a big fan of this glue. I mean, I do love how strong it is, but man, it stinks. And then I'm just going to run this as close to the edge as I can, trying to match up this stitch line here with that stitch line. So it's going to be really close to the edge, but it won't show through. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more up here along the top of the ruffle so that those get glued into place too. Just get a really nice strong hold on there so that these ruffles aren't going to go anywhere. And now that I've got half of this glued down, I am going to fold the ruffle under and put some clips in place. Okay, now that I've got these in place, I'm going to move this jacket over and do the other half. I made a heart to go in the center of this, out of this really beautiful shimmery material. I put HeatnBond Ultra Hold on that, and I'm going to put it right in the center. Originally, I was going to glue this down, so I did a test run with some glue. I did a test run with the liquid stitch. And this is what it ended up looking like. I think really not Not very pretty at all. So that's out, and this is dry. This has been dry for about 4 hours. So it's HeatnBond for this one. Now you can tell as I peel off the backing that this is the HeatnBond for light colors. The other ones I used on it for this was for dark colors, and I think that's why I ended up getting these really dark shadowings in there. I don't know what else could have caused that. I'm going to do a test of that because now I'm curious. I'm going to do a test video and just see if my suspicions are correct. Now they say about 8 seconds, and you don't really want to rub it back and forth. You want to just plop it down and let it sit for about 8 seconds and then move it to another area. And I tend to give it a little bit extra as far as seconds go. And we'll let that cool. I like the way these look on top of these pockets. And so I'm going to glue those in. I'm going to use the liquid stitch. I am almost done with this jacket. These have dried. The back is looking great. The only thing that I have left to do is iron on these hearts that I created out of the same material as this and the same material as the heart on the back. Let's just go ahead and do these ones first. Okay, those are down and they're adhered and they're looking good. Next I have this, and I'm thinking about putting it in the pocket just a little bit. Okay, and then further down. Oh, I like that right there. If you can see that. That's cute. I'm going to put that right there. Just going to go for it. I'm not going to think twice about it. Now I'm using the see-through, the translucent one, so these are going to be translucent and the background's going to show through a little bit. Not sure how I feel about that. I could have used the HeatnBond for the dark stuff, but I just thought, what the heck? I'm going to give this a try and see how it looks as an experiment. that we were done, but I just don't like this raw edge. So I've decided I'm going to glue these really pretty ribbons, sparkly, sparkly, right here. Oops, that might be the wrong way. So I have decided I'm going to add some Swarovski crystals to this heart. And I've already got them laid out. And I'm just using a Q-tip and some E6000. And now, for the final reveal. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you liked the content of this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I upload videos every Wednesdays and Sundays. I hope you have a creative week.